Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we're checking out 5 great value knives. There's going to be more than 5, but we have 5 different listings. Starting it off with Sencut knives. This is the Fantera, I think. Yeah, the Fantera and the Omniform. Now, Sencut, in my opinion, is one of the best bang for your buck knives you can get. They're typically under 50 bucks, like between like 35 and 45 bucks. But what you're getting is a very, very high quality knife with good materials. Like these have 9CR18 MOV steel, basically like a souped up 440C. And 440C is a phenomenal steel for pocket knives. I mean, it's been around for forever. And at one point it was considered a super steel. Now it's more considered a budget steel, pretty close to mid-range. So, you know, it's right there, but holds a great edge, takes a great edge, easy to sharpen, easy to maintain. And the Sencuts, because they come from We Knife Co. You have We Knife Co., Civivi Knives, then Sencut, right? And that's the category: premium, mid-range, budget. Now, thing is that this company is known for just making high-quality knives. Even down to their most affordable knives have incredible action, incredible detents, incredible tolerances, and just, you know, all around lockup. And just as far as use goes, these are knives that will last you, and for the money, you're getting a lot for your money. This one here only has one form of deployment. However, I can reverse flick off of the blade because so much of the blade does stick out, but the flipper tab works great. Extremely, extremely ergonomic. Both of these would be considered fairly large, or actually pretty damn large knives. This is a big knife. This is a big knife. So if you're looking for a large size pocket knife and you're wanting to save some money, or you're just wanting to get the best out of your money, check out something from Sencut. In fact, just about anything from Sencut is going to be really, really good. Now, Civivi, like I was just saying, you have the Sencut knives and then Civivi. What's the difference between Sencut and Civivi? Well, typically it's going to be the steel. Everything else is going to be pretty much the same. They both come with great handle materials like aluminum or G10, and then they have, you know, button lock action. Some are liner locks, some are even frame locks. But the steel is where it's going to upgrade. So on this exact model, we have 14C28N blade steel, which is one of, if not my favorite, it's my favorite affordable or favorite budget steel, but it is a mid-grade steel. So this steel is a steel that takes insanely sharp edges. It was actually developed for razor blades. So it was developed for very, very thin blades. It's an extremely tough steel, like off the charts tough, great stainless, and then it has a good edge holding ability. Now, because of that toughness, woo, mixed with that you know, the type of steel it is, it's just a steel that just takes such a sharp edge. I'm talking about like wicked, wicked sharp, and it holds it really well. This is, in my opinion, probably one of the best all-around steels for somebody looking to get a lot for their money. So this is the Incendi. It is a new knife, has a bayonet style blade shape, button lock action, and Civivi, Sencut, or We are known for doing some of the best button locks. Let's get to the next one. Well, you know what, before we do that, Waga, this is back to Sencut really quick. Because these are discontinued right now, but you can get them for a pretty good value. There's not very many left, so if you're wanting to get a Waga, now would be the time, because once they're sold, they are completely gone, and there's not very many left. Like most of the dealers, if not all the dealers, are out of them. I found a couple on Amazon. I will link down in the description if you wanted to get one. I think they're under 40 bucks right now, like 35 bucks or something like that. Next is Migon. We got a couple knives from Migon, actually. So we got the Migon Moyaro and the Migon Curix. The Migon Curix. Now, the Migon Curix, actually both of these both come in a premium model as well. This one comes in a titanium frame lock, a liner lock, and then this one has the crossbar lock. Titanium milled pocket clip, micarta scales. Very awesome, or very nice opening deployment, very easy because of that thumb hole. You know, if you have gloves or anything on, it's very easy to open up. And because it has the crossbar lock, it's very easy to close. Like you can easily get it closed. Now, even though it's so smooth like this, these locks are known for being very strong because it's a bar that's being pushed by 2 Omega springs up behind the blade. So see how it retracts back because the springs are pushing it up. pushing it behind the blade. So in order to fail this, you have to break that pin in most cases, unless if it slips. But this is a liner lock, not as strong as this, but it offers a crispier detent. So you get much better action with flipper tabs typically. Listen to this. This thing has a nice sound to it. It's probably not going to come over the mic, but it is a really nice sound. Titanium mill pocket clip, once again, good access to the liner. Very, very smooth on the drop. 14C 28M blade steel on both of these. Again, love that blade steel. Migon, for their budget knives, they're typically anywhere between like 35 and 55 bucks. And, you know, some of them are a little bit higher, but they have knives all the way up to the $300 range. But they are a really good value at any price point you go to, even all the way up to the $300 mark. You know, some of their knives, you know, would be much more expensive coming from other companies. So they typically price their knives very, very well. So if you want to get a budget knife or check out anything, check out from Migon. I'll link everything down in the description. Next is KUBEY. Now, I only busted out one KUBEY, but I have tons of videos on KUBEY. This is the Kooby Momentum. Now, my point on bringing this one up is that KUBEY gave me a discount code for you guys for 50% off on all D2 models. This brings it down to the lowest price you're gonna find basically on the internet is from my discount. They're like priced around like 60 bucks and 50 to 60 bucks, but then with the discount code, you get it down to like 25, 30 bucks. And they are really good knives, like really good value. Like this one in particular, the Momentum, has a perfect front flipper. If you've been wanting to try a front flipper, or if you like front flippers, if you haven't tried the Momentum, this would be one to try. It's very easy. They did it perfectly, not only with the detent strength, but with the jimping and the leverage point. The way this thing kind of sways forward right there, it lets your hand kind of tuck right behind it. Super easy. You know, I think if you can light a lighter, you can front flip this. And then it also allows you to do all the other little tricks with it. And then you also have thumbs. So if you're not good with front flippers and you don't like them, you don't have to use them. You can just use the thumb studs, which work really well. Very, 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 very ergonomic. Love this harpoon drop point blade. This knife also comes in other steels as well. But the Kooby Momentum is just one of the best budget bangers out there. And now that you can get it for as low of a price that you can, and any other D2 model, by the way, any of their D2 models, 50% off. And then I have 20% off for anything on the site. So if you want to get the premium version of this, which I do have a link, or you can use as well, you can get 20% off of that. So great value either way you look at it. So the next one I went a little extreme on. I busted out a bunch of different models, and trust me, I have many, 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 many more of these knives. This is the Kaiser Sheep Dog. Now the Sheep Dog's been out for a while, but it is obviously a very popular model. The reason why they have a small version or mini version all the way up to an XL version, which is ginormous. And because it's been out for a few years, you can get these for a great deal. Like even some of them with super steels and stuff. I think I've seen a 3V and aluminum handle version for like 60, 70 bucks or something like that. And you know, because they have so many different flavors and options, you can get exactly what you're looking for, not only from the blade steel, but possibly the handle materials. We got fat carbon fiber, you got aluminum, you got button lock action, you got crossbar lock action, you got frame lock action, you got liner lock action, so many different versions. Now, the newest version is the crossbar lock, which is their clutch lock, which I gotta say, Kaiser does the best with the crossbar locks, like the best. You can tune it to the strength that you want, and this version is so, so good. Even the aluminum, I would say the aluminum one I actually like a little bit more than this one. The aluminum one I think comes with 154 cm blade steel. This is S35, so the steel's better on this, but 154 cm is barely under S35. S35 and 154 cm is pretty close, so I would pick the aluminum one. You know, it's a solid, solid knife, but this one does have the Nebula fat carbon fiber, which does look really good. Has a deep carry clip. Great action, man. But you can also get the large one or the regular size one in a liner lock or frame lock. You can get it in titanium frame lock, which was my favorite one for a long time and possibly still is, but I don't know. This new crossbar lock one is awesome. This guy is just a behemoth. Very slicey, like it's almost like a kitchen knife, how slicey it is. And because of these ergos, this thing passes. This is like the cardboard destroyer. If you have to break down cardboard, or if you just need like a utility blade, this is awesome. And you can take off the flipper tab. The flipper tab is removable, as you can see. Same thing with this guy right here. This guy also has, and you don't even have to take it apart. You can take off the flipper tab. So, and when you take off the flipper tab on these, it makes it to where you have a lot better ergonomics. So if you're looking for just a small little utility blade, these little mini sheepdogs are great. You got great utility cuts. It's very slicey. The flipper tab though, if you get the version without a removable flipper tab, it can get in the way and push you back. So it's more of a pinch grip knife. But either way, my point is just the Kaiser Sheep Dog has so many different flavors and so many different blade steels that you can kind of get whatever you want, whatever your preference is. And because they've been out for a while, you can get them for a great, great value right now. Amazing, amazing value. And these are really good knives. I mean, they work. Not only, like I said, are they great slicers, you have great ergonomics, especially with this size one. This is my favorite one as far as size goes. You know, you have tons of leverage. The pinch grip's going to be great. The action is very fidget friendly. If you're learning to reverse flick, this is a great one to learn on, but equally as good with the thumb flick. This one comes with studs and a hole. But anyways, yeah, the Kaiser Sheep Dog, can't go wrong with the Kaiser Sheep Dog. There's actually quite a few Kaisers that are really, really good for the money, like a bunch of them. Kaiser does an amazing job. Definitely a company to check out because they have tons of knife designs for great, great value. You really can't go wrong with the Kaiser. And for the last one, I'm actually going to give you guys two. So we have, this is the Knock Knives tack ray, or the tack ray knives Knock, the DT03. And it is a titanium frame lock knife with VG10 steel, which is a great mid-grade steel. Very, very good reverse flicking action, and it has a super slicey blade. Great for utility cuts, great in the kitchen. It's considered like a kitchen utility knife. So if you're looking for something similar to like what you would get from the Spidey Chef, the Spyderco Spidey Chef, this might be the one to look at. They're like 70, 80 bucks. But for what you're getting, a titanium frame lock and VG10 steel for like 70, 80 bucks, you can't really go wrong with this one. This one's just a phenomenal, phenomenal value. Similar to like kind of what you'd get from like Tucson in some cases. Tucson has great value knives too. You get contoured titanium and, you know, decent steels like 14C28N all the way up to like M390 between 100 and 150 bucks. But this one being even lower than that, great, great value knife. And like I said, it's a kitchen utility knife. So anything that's going to work good for that is typically going to be great for EDC. Now, here is the best value knife you can get on the market. Hands down, this is the best. And this is the OLITANS. And the reason why it is such a great value, I've talked about it repeatedly over and over. And the reason why is because it is that good. $54. $54, you're getting 3 blades in 9CR 18 MOV. Remember we were talking about 9CR earlier? It's like a souped up 440C. Well, you're getting 3 blades in that, and you can buy other blade shapes and other blade replacements if you want to replace these, or if you just want to switch to like a Tonto or something, because they have those, you know, online that you can buy for like 10 bucks, I think. So anytime you need a new blade, you can either one, just resharpen it because it's 9CR, it's gonna be able to be resharpened. I actually, in fact, I sharpened this one right here. So, you know, 9CR is a steel that's very easy to sharpen. You know, like I was saying before, you know, it's like a souped up 440C. So it's something that you can easily sharpen, and it's got really thin geometry. So even if you sharpen it a few times, it's still going to be very, very thin. Great access to the lock bar. Ceramic caged bearings in the pivot make this thing has such good action, man. This detent, you expect this detent and action to be on a high-end knife. And you're getting titanium frame lock, so you get to enjoy some titanium. The clip is a little bit more of a budget-friendly clip. A lot of people aren't going to worry about that. As far as a work knife goes, this is like the ultimate work knife. Once it goes dull, you can just swap blades. So then throughout the workday, you don't have to worry about sharpening or tuning up your edge. But if you want to, you can pull something out like this, like the Work Sharp pocket sharpener, and literally just tune your edge up really, really fast and get back to work, or just switch your blades. And then if you break a blade or whatever, you can easily replace the blade. But for 54 bucks, my goodness, this is a great value. Like I said, that's what this video is about, great value knives. How do you switch the blade? Really quick. All you do is loosen up this thumb stud right there. It does come with a little tool, but you just loosen that up and it'll pop right out and you can replace it really quick. It's super easy, super fast. And just for what you're getting, man, like when you get it in hand, you realize, like, anybody watching, you're not going to expect it to feel as good as it does and for it to be as nice as it is for the $54 price range, you know, especially with titanium and stuff. But anyways, there you guys go. There are more than five different examples of great value knives. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.